welcome to Next News here on your Next 100 and Next 105 stations. All right then, guys, I am Andretta, and I'm here with Johnny. Hey, Johnny.
Yo, how you doing?
I'm doing very well. Well, you know what, guys? We are right now here on the top of the hour with global news. And I have to tell you right now, in Canada, we have, that's Ottawa. Ottawa has agreed to investigate the role of construction and engineering companies in the current water crisis in a remote Ontario First Nation. But the chief of this Neskantaga First Nation said that his residents will have to wait another 3 weeks. Wow, to return home and will not be going back to clean drinking water. That's kind of bad right now.
That is very bad.
3 weeks, they gotta wait.
You gotta wait for clean drinking water. You gotta wait.
Clean drinking water. But okay, we have another one here in Duisha. I'm saying that correctly. The bank proposes a 5% tax for people that are still working from home after the pandemic. Well, I won't consider it being after the pandemic because we are still in the pandemic, but people are still staying home. You have there's a survey that was found that more than half of the workers wanted to continue working from home for 2 to 3 days a week after the pandemic. Now, a research team of the Deutsche Bank proposed that people pay a 5% tax for the privilege of working from home. We have to pay a 5% tax. Then they still have to
for me to work from home just to get some money.
Yeah. Now, working from home meant that many people are saving on everyday costs, such as travel, lunch, clothes, cleaning, as well as possibly spending less on socializing. Now, however, a report also said that it's meant to for remote workers, were contributing less to the infrastructure now of the economy, while they still are receiving its benefits. Okay, well, we'll be right back here with some local news here on Next News. That's Next 100 and Next 105. We'll be right back.
Next 100. Get it pop right now. Atlanta's home for hip hop and R&B.
Number one station for hip hop and R&B. You know what the deal is.
ATL's Next 100. Check it out. Check it out. ATL's Next 100. Get it pop right Next 100. Right. Next 100.
Number one station
for hip hop and R&B. Next 100. Stand up. Get it pop right now. Atlanta's home for hip hop and R&B.
Number one station for hip hop and R&B. You know what the deal is.
ATL's Next 100.
All right.
Next 100. Stand up.
All right, then, guys, we are so back here with Next News here on your Next 100 and Next 105 stations. And we're right now with the local news. We have Johnny. Hey, Johnny, what we got going on in the local area?
In the local area, we got the Georgia Secretary of State in quarantine after wife tests positive for COVID-19.
No, which one is this?
It seems to be that Georgia Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger.
Oh, Raffensperger.
Yep.
Something like that.
Yep. I butchered. I'm sorry.
We talked about him yesterday.
You did.
Yeah, I did. Okay.
And just forewarning here now, I do butcher names. I don't know about you.
That's okay. Raffensperger.
Okay, Raffensperger. You know what I'm saying?
Raffensperger.
Because I almost said Raffleberger.
I know. I did too.
Like the player. So, also in the COVID news, you got White House task force says Georgia is back in the red zone for COVID-19 cases. Man, if y'all don't stay home, if y'all don't stay home for a little bit, relax, quarantine, stay to yourself, relax, enjoy your time, take your 2 weeks, take a nice till 14 days. That's all it takes. Apparently, that's all they're saying. Everybody do it twice a month. Take 14 days. Dorville expands the anti-smoking ordinance in public places, apartments. So, if you live in the Dorville area and you're caught smoking a cig or whatever you're smoking on, be careful out there because they're expanding the anti-smoking ordinance. Also, Forsyth County Chief Deputy arrested on child porn charges by the GBI. Now, that is wild. That is something I know that we don't play about that. That's something you don't play about.
No, we should not.
You do not play about that. That's someone's child.
Yes, it is.
Be safe.
It's not a good thing, guys.
Also, Marietta Schools reports low COVID-19 cases. High school students return to the classroom. Now, that is some good news. I know that for a fact, that me personally, that online school was a struggle. It still is for some people. I know that the Wi-Fi and all that connection that could take place. So seeing the light that, if we can work around the COVID, we all know we can clean, stay hydrated, keep yourself clean, keep your family clean. And if the schools can work to keep the buildings clean themselves, that would be good to know that we could see students, even if it's like for a day. They go back to school for a day and do the rest virtual for a week. That's some good news. So you can get that in-class learning. There is 7 races that are in the runoff in Georgia. 7?
So go ahead and go back out there. Well, not go back out there, guys, but for those that have not voted, you want to go ahead and take advantage of this right now. Because what we were talking about yesterday, that Raffensperger is talking about counting every single vote in Georgia.
Just again.
Look, guys, because it has not been blue for 30 years does not mean that someone cheated.
Exactly.
That's all it is. That's a lot of time, and it's time consuming, and people have to go out and vote. So you have, they will be doing this. The runoff will be January 7th, I believe it is.
January 7th.
It's January 7th.
I'm pretty sure it's January 7th.
Okay.
And if it takes the same amount of time that it did just for the general election, that's going to be crazy. Another 2 weeks.
It took 4 days for this one to be determined. And now they're fighting this one. And now we have a runoff for Georgia alone.
That's a lot.
Yes, it is.
And Georgia's big as a whole. A lot of the states,
it is.
You think that it's not overpopulated, but a lot of these states are populated to the max.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But I want to also mention, when you mentioned Marietta, back to the global area, there are no coronavirus vaccines. I digress. You cannot enter, into Canada if you do not have a vaccine.
If you didn't take the test and the vaccine? If you have not been vaccinated.
That is, that's what the experts say that is possible in the pandemic's next stage is what they're referring to.
Okay.
So,
so my escape route is now.
Just want to let you know, guys, that there are cases that are running about 6,000 right now in Canada.
Okay.
But they're lowering here in the U.S.
Okay. That's good to know, that people know that up north, if you decided to travel, you have to go make sure you get vaccinated, guys. Make sure you get tested. Stay safe.
I'm sorry. I don't know about the vaccination. I think there's something that,
Yeah, that's something you can call. You can naturally, take your vitamin C's. We'll get into it in health. We'll talk about it in health. You don't want to talk about it too much.
I didn't mean to go over you. I'm sorry.
Go
ahead, Johnny.
You all good. Mm-hmm. Law enforcement officers got unemployment while still working full-time investigations. Now what?
Excuse me?
How are you going to get?
Excuse me?
How are you going to be getting unemployment while working full time?
How are they getting away with that? Is
How
what
are
I'm
you
trying
breaking
to
the
figure
system?
out. Look, they already tried this police brutality. Then they tried to. Now they're brutalizing the unemployment
economy.
The economy. Yes, the economy.
So people who need it can't get it now. And I've seen that. A lot of people
pay them enough.
Who have getting unemployment haven't been getting.
Well, if your hours are less than what you were, you can still collect unemployment. Yes, you can. I do know this for a fact that they are everyone. I noticed. Okay, in New York, the police officers, law enforcement get paid very well, versus here in Georgia. They don't get paid a lot here, and the benefits are not so.
Not so good.
No, but the pay is not that great either.
I got a family member in the PD. I gotta ask them so we can get that insight. Future insight. How much that pay going? Because if they getting paid more, because imagine they get paid more than teachers. If they get paid more than teachers, or the same around,
and the teachers are not getting paid either. But you know what's going to happen? Well, we need to go ahead and pay some bills. We'll be right back here with some more Next News here on Next 100 and Next 105.
Check it out. ATL's Next 100. Jumping Next 100. Next 100. Stand up. Get it pop right now. Atlanta's home for hip hop and R&B.
Number one station for hip hop and R&B. You know what the deal is.
ATL's Next 100. Powered by IBNXRadioNetwork.com.
Station I listen to 24/7.
ATL's Next 100. Next 100.
Don't get it twisted.
Welcome back, my beautiful city of Atlanta. It's your boy Johnny Weirdo, and you're staying tuned to Next News on Atlanta's Next 100, Next 105, and I'm here with the traffic today. So you have the road closure on the on-ramp to Georgia 13 North has been closed until November 19th. So if you plan to go on there, don't, because why? You can't.
Make it plain.
You know what I'm saying? Take the back roads. Don't take all the back roads now. But
Okay.
you know.
All right then.
And also, there's a road closure on Northside Drive Northwest until December 18th. So, also, stay safe, Atlanta, because you know traffic is crazy.
Yes,
we all know
is.
people can't drive.
Oh God.
We all know that. It's a little hectic out there. Road rage is a real thing. Be safe out there, Atlanta. So,
And I noticed that with the weather, I'm your girl Andretta. With the weather, that everyone in the traffic seems to get a little hectic when the weather is nicer.
yes.
So it is 70 degrees right out here in Norcross, and throughout Georgia it's pretty much in the 70s. Let's say 69, 70, 71.
It's been a little warm.
Yeah, it's been very warm. Yesterday was very humid as well. So anyway, guys, look. So this evening will be about 52 degrees, 70 today. Tomorrow on Friday it will be 71 degrees and at a low of 44 degrees. On this weekend it will also be 68 degrees and 54. Sunday will be a bit cloudy, but 70 degrees still at 43 degrees low. Yeah, so throughout the week, next week, Monday through Friday, it will be all sunny. Yes, it will be in the 60s. That'll be the low 60s, but it'll probably still feel a little bit like the 70s, most likely. Let's hope. But anyway, but it'll be very cold at night. We got 38, 39, 40, 43 degrees
that's
low
perfect.
at night. Next week, that is. So anyway, guys, that is the weather and your traffic. We'll be right back here with Next News here on your Next 100 and Next 105 stations.
Next 100.
New music.
Right now.
There's something.
Atlanta's home for hip hop and R&B.
It's a hip hop and R&B flavor.
And don't get it twisted.
ATL's Next 100. Atlanta's home for hip hop and R&B. ATL's Next 100. Next 100.
Stand up. Get it pop right now.
Atlanta's home for hip hop and R&B.
Number one station for hip hop and R&B.
You know what the deal is.
ATL's Next 100.
And then you got tech.
Hello. I know you just caught us off guard a little bit there. My man Logan behind there on the ones and twos. Welcome
Yes.
back, Logan.
Yes,
How you?
indeed.
I was gonna say,
Communicate,
missed you,
Logan.
We missed you, Logan.
We did.
You
I know
did.
y'all missed me.
I know. I missed you too, Andre. So for today for local news, not local sports. We got some local
and
sports.
some national sports.
And some
yeah.
national sports. I got, your boy Johnny steps into the UFC. I'm a UFC kind of guy. I
I know
don't
you
watch
are.
basketball. I don't watch football like that. So
Oh,
excuse
my
me on this.
goodness.
So I'm going to start off with the Atlanta Falcons, the one team I know I will watch. The Atlanta Falcons signed running back Brian Hill to his 5th round tender. They also agreed to terms with center back Josh Hawkins and running back Todd Gurley to 1-year contract. Also for linebacker is Edmund Robinson. They're also releasing Devontae Freeman, Desmond Truffin as their cornerback, and they will be released from the Falcons. According to multiple reports, Atlanta saved $3.5 million against the next year's salary cap by cutting Freeman and $4.95 million by cutting Desmond. That is a lot of money. That is a lot of money going into people. I just want to bring that up. That's a lot of stacks on stacks on stacks on stacks on stacks. Going into my favorite sport, the only sport I'll ever watch for real, the UFC. UFC Fight Night 182 is coming out on the November 14th, and it's Felder versus Dan Enos, and I'm actually excited. I'm excited for that fight. I know the whole UFC during quarantine has been kind of awkward. It's been kind of weird. Fight Island is a thing. Mortal Kombat basically is what it is. It's amazing. Step into it. Go watch it if you want to see something different kind of sports for you. Also got some NBA trade news for you. So Russell Westbrook is rumored to be traded. He wants off the Rockets. Where would he go? I honestly believe Westbrook should go, and it's kind of weird. I would say they need him on Milwaukee. Put him with the Bucks. It might sound weird. I feel like him and Giannis would be a good duo. to be able to at least have someone else going to the paint with him, someone he could play around with, throw it pass the ball to. DeMar DeRozan. Now this is what interested me. DeRozan himself. I think they want to trade DeRozan to the Lakers.
Okay.
Now
they switching.
They're switching.
They're changing. Okay.
I think they're gonna trade DeRozan to the Lakers.
I don't know much about this particular player, but once they start changing the dynamics of certain players, I'm hoping that they know what they're doing here.
Oh, I hope they know what they're doing, because that would be a great team. You got LeBron, you got AD, you got the DeRozan. You get DeRozan off the bench and he starts doing well because he has that veteran. He'll have those veterans with him. He'll have those. He'll be in LA. He'll have that movement with him, so he'll at least have someone he can play around with. He doesn't know if he can confident take the shot. He can pass off the ball to Bron, and Bron does what Bron does.
I have this question
best.
for you now. How much longer do you think LeBron is going to be on this? Will continue playing before he retires?
Retires in general. I give LeBron about the next 5 years. Until I feel like,
that's logical.
I'd say the next 5, because he's not that old. It's just the game is.
How old is he?
I say he's in his 30s. I believe he's in his 30s.
I mean, he can retire
He can retire now.
He can if he wanted to, because I think he set up pretty well with his businesses and so on. But I was wondering, when you start changing these players and changing the dynamic here. Then you have, now when you mention LeBron, that's what made me think, now you have these other players coming in that are much younger than him. And like he was when he first started.
And when he first started,
so
he was a beast.
I was and he still is.
And words of Kobe Bryant, same animal, different beast. He's the same animal, but he's just a different beast. And it's that game is going to evolve you, but take toll on you.
Yes, it does.
And you don't know. It's a bunch of traveling, the wear and tear of a bubble itself as a whole.
Well, I think LeBron has his head on very well on straight.
Yes,
it is. He's been doing, keeping out of trouble, not cheating on his wife, and
loyal
and being very loyal to the game as well as to, of course, to his wife. And he's taking care of his business, and that's what a man should do. So what we're going to do is we got some bills to pay, and we'll be right back here with Next News here on Next 100 and Next 105.
Next 100.
It's new music.
Right now.
Check it out. Check it out.
ATL's Next 100.
Jumping
Next 100.
Right.
Next 100.
Stand up. Get it pop right now.
Atlanta's home for hip hop and R&B.
Number one station for hip hop and R&B.
You know what the deal is.
ATL's Next 100. Powered by IBNXRadioNetwork.com.
Station I listen to 24/7.
ATL's Next 100. Next 100.
Don't get it twisted.
All right, then we are so back here on Next News, here on Next 100 and Next 105. I'm Andretta with Johnny. All right, then, guys. Hey, now, look, guys, we are talking about our health segment at this time, and it's a very serious one, I have to say. Either someone or people around you, or some people, I suppose. Here we go. Now, men here, you got that spare tire around you, that extra belly fat, what we call the spare tire. No, it's not funny. It really isn't funny when you look at, laugh at how I said it, but it is a serious thing, definitely. That spare tire, it means a lot and it concerns your health. Okay. Now, here at U.S. News Health, guys, the recent research further compounds the health concerns, especially for men. And indeed, the new studies have been shown that the excess abdominal fat, what we refer to, again, the spare tire, puts a man at risk, and it increased their risk for prostate cancer. Now, the testosterone production is also at risk when a man has an abundance of belly fat, and which puts him at a greater chance of battling depression. And I can kind of get that in a way. Yeah. When people don't get that when your body changes in any kind of way. Then just think about it. You lose some weight. You're lighter. You're happier. Not saying that a person has a obese, or you have some extra spare tires or whatever, some rolls going
not even
on.
you have a little dinner roll, just a
But
little dinner roll.
again, when you notice that your body is affecting you in some kind of way, yes, you might want to take a look at your health. Definitely. And it's not to say that like I said, again, I'm going to say it again, just because you have that extra spare tire, you have that extra belly fat or some extra rolls, not everyone is affected the same way. But if you do notice that a person is changing, you might want to say, okay, well, that is something that has something to do with your health. You might want to take a look at that spare tire, and look at the prostate cancer for men, especially.
For men,
okay. Yeah. Now, the testosterone production is also at risk when they had mentioned that the because of the belly fat. Now, which puts him at greater risk of battling that depression. Now, and low libido. That doesn't mean everybody, but again, it can take. This is their research. Okay. Now, while that spare tire certainly isn't good news for men's health, knowing that the what's at stake, you might want to go ahead and change that. When it comes to the abdominal fat in men and the risk of death from prostate cancer. Recent research from the United Kingdom's University of Oxford shed light on its possible connections. Now, in the study of more than 200,000 men, researchers found that although they didn't appear to be a strong correlation between death and prostate cancer and overall body mass index, there was a link between prostate cancer death and central adiposity, is what they're saying, or basically fat that wasn't significantly concentrated around the abdomen. So, guys, I remember having this conversation with a few people before, and it is something that you might want to take a look at. Just like for women, we have to take a look at. We got so much going on, and especially at this time because we are with more because of the epidemic or the pandemic, let's just say, people are drinking more, smoking more, not exercising. They're doing a little bit more than they weren't doing probably before.
Yeah.
So now, and then it does take effect on your mental, and so you feel as though that, because I've recognized some people that after they had the coronavirus, that their mental state was a bit different. So it did affect them in some kind of way, where you felt lonely, you're depressed, things are not happening where you want them to happen. And it does sneak up on you and you don't even realize it. You think you may say, no, I got this. I'm not depressed. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
When you lash out at people, or when you're drinking more, or you smoking more, and you actually have, when people say, oh, no, I'm not a, no, I'm not a drunk, or what is it?
Alcoholic.
I'm not an alcoholic, but when you're an alcoholic, when you have to have a drink everywhere you go or every day, you're an alcoholic.
Yes. First step, admitting it to yourself.
You have to admit it to yourself.
It's all a mental thing, because I know that for a fact, I can attest to this, that during the times of Corona when it first happened, I'm an artist, so I got writer's block like crazy. I was like, I don't know what to think about. I don't want to do this anymore.
Right.
I don't want to think about it. So I just took a jog. Clear your mind. Your mind.
But you're not clearing your mind with a substance that can alter you.
It's natural dopamine.
That's not going to help clear your mind. So I find it's I don't know how to. There's a word. It's like I'm a word vomit. Eventually it'll come out.
It'll come out to you.
But when you have to have a drink all the time, every day, if you're doing it every day, and you're doing it while you're at work, well, guys. Yeah, you might want to call yourself, you got a problem there. So
I'm going to take a play out of your book. I know you
that?
say this every night, 7 to 9 on your own show.
Yes.
You take a moment, you put your hand on your chest, and you breathe. You want to breathe. That's ever since I remember when you first said that.
Yeah.
When you
have your hand on your chest and your hand on the other hand on the belly. Now that you exhale, the belly should expand, not your chest.
And you just breathe.
Belly expands, not your chest. You put your hand here so this doesn't rise.
Yep.
The belly is supposed to rise when you breathe in. So when you breathe in, belly expands.
Yep.
Belly goes back in when you exhale. The chest should never rise, because then you're not breathing from here. You're breathing from down here because your diaphragm is here underneath your breastbone.
And doing that ever since I started doing that in stressful situations, I take a moment, I breathe.
Oh, look at that.
It helps. It's the relaxer. It's natural. You don't need all the time. You need a substance.
You don't need a substance,
and it slowly works your brain.
You. It's still a chemical.
It's a dopamine. It's
a dopamine, right? You it's a chemical. So I have to tell you, you're a fool to think that by taking a drink or a swig of a cigarette or whatever that you do. I'm not against weed. No, I'm not against it. But I'm talking about stuff like cigarettes.
Nicotine,
I'm talking about
tobacco.
Right, nicotine, tobacco, or alcoholic beverage. Those will alter you. And if you think that is helping you long-term wise, here come a doctor talking about, prostate cancer.
Pancreatic.
And you got about 6 months to live. What? Wait, hold up. What are you talking about? But that was something that you was doing.
Yeah.
No one told you it's okay to do. Some fool told you that. But
yeah.
Excuse me, guys. This is Next News. We'll be right back with some more here on Next News. Next 100, next 105.
Check it out. Check it out.
ATL's Next 100.
Jumping in.
Next 100. Next 100.
Stand up. Get it pop right now.
Atlanta's home for hip hop and R&B.
Number one station for hip hop and R&B. You know what the deal is.
ATL's Next 100. Atlanta's home for hip hop and R&B. ATL's Next 100. Powered by IBNXRadioNetwork.com.
Station I listen to 24/7.
ATL's Next 100. Next 100.
Don't get it twisted.
Welcome back. It's your boy Johnny Weirdo on the Next News, Atlanta's Next 100 and Next 105. So, here to get into some tech news. I don't know about you, Andretta.
What?
I'm a gamer. I like. It's a secret little habit of mine. I like playing video games. Logan is too. But
okay, I'm not a gamer, but I will play a game here and there. I like the driving.
That's
all I do.
games?
I like the driving games, the racing games, or motorcycle, or snowboarding. What else?
So you like sports games?
I like challenging racing. I like racing.
Something that actually puts you up to get a little competitive in you.
Yeah, that's me.
It's like Mario Kart.
I don't know. I don't know what that is, but okay.
So, my boy Logan over there in the booth says 2K and Madden is his game of choice on the Xbox. So that's what we're going to get into. So the new Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5 have been dropped this week. Finally, have been waiting for them. I'm waiting to trade in my Xbox. I'm waiting to get it out of there. It sounds like an airport in my basement, sadly. But I'm going to just talk a few of the specs for them so everybody doesn't know what it does and that it's more than just a console. But actually, both consoles have computer parts in them. They build them like computers the same way, but improvise better and bigger. And I honestly, the design for the Xbox and PlayStation looks stupid. But that's just my opinion. We're not going to keep that out there. But I'm going to just talk about the PlayStation real quick. The PlayStation, I think, and both Xbox have 4K. You can now play games in beautiful, crispy 4K, have a 4K TV, match it up nicely, and you'll be able to see everything. You will be able to feel the colors coming at your face. Not see, just feel them. You'll be able to see that leaf. That leaf look real. You can go outside and look at some real leaves. But also it has 3D audio technology and adaptive triggers on the controller, haptic feedback support, breathtaking immersion discovery, and deeper gaming experiences for the PlayStation 5. Also has lightning speed harnesses and the power of a custom CPU, GPU, and SSD. I know I just said a bunch of letters that probably made no sense to somebody out there, but for the ones who understand, we all know what we're talking about. And for the Xbox, we have roughly around the same things. You have it comes with 4K backwards capability. So what that entails is you can play older Xbox games on your Xbox Series X. So I'm talking about the very first Xbox that was made, guys. From the Xbox One to the Xbox 360 to the Xbox itself. Be able to play all those years and years and years of games. Now, that's a lot of data. I just want to let you say. And I saw the specs for that earlier that it said that they tested it multiple times to make sure it worked, to make sure it's flexible, make sure it all functions well for us consumers. Blu-ray capability and with motion control. It dropped I think it dropped yesterday, didn't it? It dropped on Tuesday. Logan says it dropped on Tuesday. I know I didn't get mine yet. I know the PlayStation 5 has been sold out in a lot of places for no reason. People are buying multiple of these, and then reselling them, which is not that bad of a profit. And also been buying them, giving them out, giving them away for like YouTubers doing for giveaways. Yeah, that too. Oh, okay. And also, just get some more on the Xbox. I'm an Xbox fanatic. I love the good old Xbox. Even though sometimes I have to say I've seen videos of them turning into dehumidifiers. They were steaming. Some of them were so hot they started to steam. So about this Xbox, it pairs with a custom SSD integrated software for faster, streamlined gameplay with significantly reduced load times. So what that essentially means, some games on the Xbox One take forever just to open it up. And I know since you want to get straight into it, you want to get straight into that racing action, you don't want to sit there and wait. Who wants to sit there and wait? I don't got time. You don't have time. You want to play the game like that? Yeah. Boom. The Xbox and PlayStation allow you to do so.
All right, then. So
also, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson did donate Xbox to the kids in children's hospitals, and that's a good donation. Can we get some claps for my man Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson?
That's right, Dwayne Johnson.
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. If you smell,
no, don't do that. Don't do that. Okay.
Don't do that.
Well, yeah, he donated some
some consoles to some kids in the children's hospital. That's very good. Gives them something to do. Gives them some entertainment. All
right then. And everyone, just so you know, every celebrity does not have to be known that they did something for someone else. This just happened to be one of those that someone caught. Okay, so just the same with Beyonce when with the SARS issue in Nigeria, she does a lot behind the scenes. A lot of artists does do a lot behind the scenes. You just don't need to know it all.
And we don't see it all.
You don't have to know.
The camera's not always showing.
The cameras are not going to always. She's very private about what she does because otherwise, then you're just showing off what you're doing and you're showing off how much you're spending. As far as I'm concerned, and not that you're showing it off. People basically. Oh, I'm so sorry. People are looking at. Excuse me. People are looking at. They're counting your what's in your wallet.
What's in your wallet?
Basically, people are looking at that. Oh, you gave 1 million, and you
to
gave
this donation
10 here, and
to
blah,
that
blah.
donation.
Then you're clocking how much she's spending, though she's not telling you what.
Yeah.
It's not her intention to show you what she's doing, and it's not necessary for you to know that. I'm sorry, I went off a little bit with that.
It's good.
But I guess it was a little pet peeve for me because it was someone that was close to them that actually was crying out to somewhat, quote unquote, crying out to her when they already know this person. Like, why would you go and talk to the world instead of just coming to Beyonce's team and saying, okay, this is what we need help with. Can you please help? Why didn't she do that? She didn't do that. So that kind of left a bad taste in Beyonce's and them team.
And a bad taste in their mouth.
About donating and or helping out or doing something. Everything doesn't have to be heard or be seen.
And that's good because not talking about that is go off on a bit on this that the cameras are not always rolling. Cameras aren't going to show you everything. Yes, people do good things and good deeds behind closed doors. You don't have to know all about it. Sorry, guys. Stay out of everybody's business. Okay, yes, indeed. So we'll be right back here with some entertainment and some inspiration news here on Next News, Next 100, Next 105.
Next 100.
New music.
Right now. Atlanta's home for hip hop and R&B. ATL's Next 100.
Check it out, check it out.
ATL's Next 100.
Jumping it.
Next 100. Right. Powered by IBNXRadioNetwork.com.
Station I listen to 24/7.
ATL's Next 100. Next 100.
I'm getting twisted.
What does that mean?
Hello.
Okay, well, we are so back here on Next News, here on your stations, Next 100 and Next 105, here with Johnny, and I'm Andretta.
Yo.
What you got here for entertainment?
So, I hate to be the bearer of bad news.
Whoa, no.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I just have to get this off my chest and
What
go
is
off on a
it?
little tangent.
What is it?
So, two things. One, another video of rapper King Von at a different angle. They caught this man in every angles of the fight before it broke out with Quando Rondo. That man Von he went to work. He immediately threw hands. That whole situation.
I saw the fight.
Man walked up to him and just, it looked like a few words were exchanged and then hands were then thrown. Now.
But that man, someone shot.
Then you could see the angle of the person leaving the car, of the shooter leaving the car, and then the crowd running. I just want to say stop the violence, because in the next news is rapper MO3, Dallas rapper, was reportedly shot and killed on the highway during traffic. And that's why I said I hated being bad news, and to stop the violence, people. Like, it's unnecessary. It's not really needed. There's other ways you could solve problems.
Okay. You're a product of your environment, and far as I'm concerned, this is what they know of.
Yeah.
There's no one to say or taught them this is not how remember in Friday when he was about to go out and he took the gun out of his John Witherspoon came in the room.
Yeah.
He said that's not how you fight. You fight. You use these. Your fists.
You use these.
You're not. You're punks. You're scared because that's why you just use a gun. You just want to end it all. But I remember those days growing up. You come outside. You throw
your hands and you go.
You boxing. That's what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Throwing garbage cans, and
you throw your hands and leave.
Yeah. So I'm not happy to hear things like that.
Yeah.
And I also understand that he also was put his mansion on Airbnb. Von King.
King Von, yeah.
Yeah, King Von. He did his blue something blue.
I think so.
What was it called? I forgot. I just looked at it, guys. I'm so sorry about that.
It's all good.
But anyway.
I also got so Billie Eilish, another artist. I like Billie Eilish. I'm not gonna lie. Billie Eilish, her vibe is different. Yep. She runs around in an empty mall in her Therefore I Am music video. Now that sounds fun. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've always, as a kid, wondered what an abandoned mall looks like. And what's that mall? I'm not gonna shout out that mall that is abandoned in the Georgia area. But that just seems different. It's like for music videos, you can get so creative. You can ever be, as an artist, what else could you do? Lil Nas X, for example, had a whole country movie. And now he's doing a holiday. He's doing something with the holidays, dressed up as Santa. If you peep his Instagram and his Twitter, Lil Nas X is doing something.
Okay.
And I'm going to pass this on to you.
Okay, no problem. But I'm going to tell you this right now. Some people are not very happy on Dancing with the Stars.
Who's not happy on Dancing with the Stars?
Well, Miss Cheryl Burke, she says that the DWTS judging scores are not consistent following elimination with AJ McLean. Now, Cheryl, she is sharing her frustrations about the ballroom after she and AJ McLean were eliminated from Dancing with the Stars this past week. All right, and during season's 29 Icons Night, the Backstreet Boys singer 42, who is the pro partner, okay, who is 36, performed a Venice waltz to Queen's "Somebody to Love," and they were awarded a 23-30. Now, Burke, she revealed that she left disappointed by the results and believes that the couples are being scored in a way that is just not consistent. She not happy.
I mean, isn't Dancing? I don't watch Dance with the Stars.
You might want to take a look at it. And then a lot of people are not very happy with Tyra Banks being there either. They feel as though her vibe is different. I have to be I have to be honest, because I don't watch it consistently myself, but the times I do watch it, I'm noticing that is she trying too hard, or she's not being natural enough. Just not relaxing. She's not relaxed.
She seems tense.
Yeah, she seems tense. And I'm wondering it's because the people that are giving, she's hearing this a lot of, but I heard that she's not listening to the backlash or the comments that people are making.
The hate.
I don't know. I'm just not.
You don't know.
I'm not sure. I'm kind of, in a way, I have to judge it for myself.
Yeah.
I think they should call me and help.
You want to be the judge?
Host, not judge. No, I can
okay.
judge, but
I judge like Gordon Ramsay.
Lord, they need to call Andretta Garnes. Yes, they do, to host the Dancing with the Stars when she's out for a week or two. That's what they need to do. I'm not saying I want to take it over, but I said, give your girl a chance.
Just try it out for a day. You know what I'm saying?
Not for a day. I'm gonna try it out for about a week.
Okay,
maybe
get
two.
Maybe get your month in.
I'm noticing her vibe is not. Is something is not meshing,
okay.
and I like Tara. I have never had nothing. Of course, I don't know her to not like her. It's ridiculous. I'm just saying that. Just noticing it too. So I'm wondering, is she letting it get to her? I'm wondering.
Maybe.
I'm really hoping that's not the case here. But there's a lot of politicking going on Dancing with the Stars.
I can tell because that girl Carol Baskins was on there.
And then we have on Max Singer.
Unmasked Singer. I actually like that.
The Masked Singer, I do too. The fact is that you find people that you would never think of,
the costumes and how they perform.
Are crazy, and they don't know who's who when they get there. The staff don't know who's who either.
That's what's up. It's all anonymous.
It is. Well, the reveals of the identity of the Snow Owls, it happened to be a duo. It happened to be a husband and wife.
Aww.
Yes,
that's
and
cute.
Nicole, from Pussycat Dolls, she had already called it before they did reveal it. Yeah, so I think that's pretty cool. It's Clint Black and Lisa Hartman Black.
Aww.
That's who it was, guys. Yes, if you didn't see it, you might want to go ahead and check it out.
That's cute. Husband and wife doing the Masked Singer. Because that show's different. It's a different kind of show, Dancing with the Stars.
Nobody knows
kind of show.
Who's who when he.
Because you can see a person in a whole robot costume and it'd be.
Yeah, I think
you don't know who it is, and it's like a totally different person.
Yes, it is. But what we're going to do, we're going to pay some bills, guys. We'll be right back here on Next News. That is on Next 100 and Next 105. Back with some entertainment and some inspiration.
Check it out. Check it out.
ATL's Next 100.
Jumping in.
Next 100. Atlanta's home for hip hop and R&B. ATL's Next 100. Next 100. Stand up, get it pop right now. Atlanta's home for hip hop and R&B.
Number one station for hip hop and R&B. You know what the deal is.
ATL's Next 100. Powered by IBNXRadioNetwork.com.
Station I listen to 24/7.
ATL's Next 100. Next 100.
I can't twist. Okay.
Hey, it's your boy Johnny Weirdo and
Andretta.
And she's always there being beautiful, right?
Thank you.
Sponsorship to her show. Shout out her show. Here with some more entertainment. Mm-hmm. I just seen this. The Weeknd is set to headline the Pepsi Super Bowl.
Okay.
The halftime show. Now the Weeknd turns up. He has his moments where he could be a little slow, a little bit of the heartbreak and a little bit of that.
Don't be slow. It's not slow. It's just that he's smooth.
He got his vibe. He got his vibe with it. He has his nice
R&B.
But if I
whatever that is, what is it? I'm not sure.
It's different. But if I just know,
but I love it though.
I love it. I love music. I love Weeknd. I love his music. It's not like he's
coming in, being Beyonce, boom, boom, boom. Being.
He takes it calmer. It takes a nice, smooth approach, as you said.
I don't know.
But he can still turn up. Weeknd can turn up. It's the
target audience I'm looking at that who they're looking at.
I think he got that R&B and pop fusion to him,
Yeah, I kind of get that.
Yeah, he's smooth and upbeat. Shout out to Logan for keeping me up on.
Yes, indeed, smooth and upbeat.
But if he comes out with that false alarm, it's over with.
Okay, so.
Pass it back on to you.
Well, you know what? There is, I wouldn't say it's a false alarm, but guys, you know what? Black Friday is coming on up. Yes, it is. And why I say that is... all the sales are out. They're already advertising. Why? Because people are shopping at home. And you find it where we don't want people on lines and coming together and stomping on people.
Like how we normally do.
Yeah, right. And no mask and somebody gets sick. So what they're doing is they plan ahead of time. Now, I don't agree with Black Friday, guys. And why is that? Because if you look back on the history on what it all means, You probably not want it, but we all want a sale, right? Mm-hmm.
No, I've never been Black Friday shopping.
I haven't either. I do not do Black Friday shopping, and even more reason when I understand why they do the Black Friday. Understand, guys, know your history. It's important. You're playing into a area where you are playing to an area where why is it the people of color there pay over $1 trillion of in sales?
Yeah.
And we're not putting that into your community. Though I know in your community they don't have all the necessities, or they don't have the great things, or the special, and so on. I mean, if you go to a place like Cascade, I suppose, or you go to a place, nowhere to put it back into the community. But you want to know if there is a community putting it back into you. I understand that. So
that was deep.
Get yours, okay? Get yours.
Get your
TV.
I
had to say, but Black Friday 2020. They say it's the best Friday sales and the ideal to shop. We already know that Amazon would have the highest sales.
Oh, I heard they've been having good sales this whole year.
Well, it depends on, but be careful and be mindful of the retailer that you're shopping from. Okay, because I went and purchased a massager that you put around and you hold it and everything like that. I paid like $40 for it. Mind you, I didn't like it, because then I looked at the one that I really wanted. That cost like almost $200, and there's a difference, guys.
There's a big difference.
Trust me, I was able to sleep. Okay. So I was able to sleep. So I needed to look at the retailer. So anyway, guys, I have some inspiration. I want you to know this. Change the way you think, because you do change your world. My name is Andretta, and
Johnny Weirdo.
And we be right back here tomorrow. That is on Friday.
That is Friday.
And that's Monday through Friday. You will find Next News on Next 100 and Next 105 every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll talk again. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.